moving on to our next story of the day, and this one takes place in Malaysia. Malaysia taxi e-hailing drivers at a loss. And let's get in the article. Then I want to give my thoughts on this type of service. Times are hard, not worth it. There is a sentiment of most taxis and e-hailing drivers in the Kong Valley since the start of the movement to control order last month, so the lockdown. Finding it is so hard to make ends meet. The drivers are unsure what to do. Some are staying at home and spending sparingly, while others keep waiting for passengers at designated stops each day, hoping for Lady Luck to shine on them. Star Metro speaks to some of the hard-hit drivers to see how they are coping. Temporary quitting. E-hailing driver Ramsey Venturo, 73, has not been working since MCO took effect on March 18th. It has been over 2 weeks since she was able to make any extra money to buy groceries and provide her husband with RM 500 or 165 pocket money. She was earning around $2,000 a month as an e-hailing driver. RM is the Malaysian rupiah. These days, meals at home have been downgraded to just one vegetable, one curry, and one panamon. I am not exaggerating, but merely being honest. I do not get a monthly pension, but that I do get a monthly pension, but that goes towards paying the utility bills and other expenses, said the retired Inland Revenue Board officer. Ramsey was forced to take on another job a few years ago after she lost a huge chunk of her savings and that of her 82-year-old husband to a gold investment company. Well, that was her bad choice, though, right? The driving job was a way for me to pay my husband back each month and pay for petrol, she said. Also staying at home for the plain reason of not wanting to be infected with the COVID-19. A 55-year-old taxi driver, V. Jumblinger, says. The Kong Sedimental Taxi and Hiring Cab Drivers Welfare Association president said people have begun to avoid getting into taxis from the third day of the MCO. Awareness of the COVID-19 heightened the third day, and people knew the need for social distancing. Our regular passengers politely told us that it would be better to walk or cycle to get groceries. Many did not mind walking a distance to get their basic necessities. I could not even earn 10 rupees, wow, after the MCO was declared. I used to earn 80 to 100 a day. Now I would wait for 8 hours and there would be no passengers, he said, adding that it was wiser to stay home despite the bills. This is why if you have those 8 hours, invest in a new skill. The father of four, who has been a taxi driver for 35 years, added that his association membership also felt it was not worth it as their daily income had dropped and at the same time it was a health risk to stay outside. We'll talk about the emblem thing in the comments. The Jambrin's two working children are lending him a hand now. I pray for a cure to the disease quickly as it's wrecking our livelihood, he said. Jay German, a 53-year-old who used to earn 100 RM a day, stopped driving a taxi when his income dropped to only 32. He hopes applications to the government economic stimulus package will be simple and a simple process, and that the money will be channeled to them fast. Our taxi drivers are grateful for the government for this financial aid in this trying time. Yes, Malaysia did give a package to help people out. It's not that big, but it's a small one. Okay, so I'm gonna give my stop here, but I'm gonna give my comments on this article. Stay tuned. Okay, so these are my thoughts on the e-hailing drivers at a loss. And this does not just affect Malaysia, but kind of like all over the world. Own and unsafe. What? Hi. The small clip you saw was brought to you by Loyal World News. If you like what you saw, you should subscribe and look up my daily Loyal World News report for its full version. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, prefer to be on the road, I also have a podcast in every full-length video I put up.